Nobody talks about nobody talks about how ambition puts you in a very tight spot. Nobody talks about that. Like, you need to hear the kind of advice I get from people when I complain to them or talk to them about my financial struggles. I hear things like, sell your paintings. I hear things like, why don't you create portraits so that you can run a service of selling portraits to people. I hear things like, why don't you organize a paint and sip for, for people? And I'm like, yes, I understand that these advices are coming from a place of love. I understand that these advices are coming from a place of, I would call it empathy, but to some extent they feel like they understand my pain. But no, bro, I'm trying to build a brand. Like a brand. I'm trying to build a brand around this thing. I just don't want to be an artist that sells paintings, right? Just don't want to be an artist that sells paintings on the road. Like, there is a whole message. I don't want to just sell paintings. I want to drive a message. I want to drive a discourse. So when I get these advices, I'm like, you guys do not understand, because because of the place I am presently. Talking about financing, Alpha graphic design services and video editing services. If you by any chance need something of that nature done, you can hit me up. You can hit me up in the comment section, or I will probably put a link to somewhere somehow that you can hit me up. There's usually this talk of, and you have a lot of ideas. You have a shit ton of ideas, and how come you are still broke? I can't be this broke if I have this much talent. It's from all these numerous ideas that I pick the best that I work with. While I'm still wallowing in this stage of trying to build something, nobody talks about what this was going to cost me. Nobody talked about the timing it was going to cost me. Nobody talked about how it's going to affect my mental health. Nobody talked about how it's going to take a toll on me, because I'm a human who has to feed. I'm a human who has to take care of himself. I'm a human who has to pay bills in general. But I still need to create time to learn software. I still need to create time to learn 3D softwares that I will use to present my physical product designs. I still need to create time to understand how presentation works when I want to present stage designs in the future. I still need to understand how to get my ideas out of my head into a physical form, like probably a render or just a visual image, so I can, communicate to stakeholders my idea. Just talking won't be able to suffice. Like, talking cannot really explain my ideas properly. Nobody talks about how you have to sacrifice relationships on this journey. A lot of relationships that do not water me right now are withering off, because I do not have the time any longer to keep relationships. Nobody talks about how hard it is, knowing that you have to selectively choose the kind of people that will be in your corner. It's a whole lot that you have to lose on this journey of being over ambitious. It's a whole lot that you have to give. You have to give time, you have to give money that you do not have. You have to sacrifice relationships that do not water you any longer. The crazy thing is that it is easy to get trapped in this roller coaster. It's very easy to get trapped in this loop. And I do not actually want it to be a situation where it's a lonely at the top kind of situation when things begin to take shape the way I've always planned it to be. So lately I'm trying to reframe, I'm trying to look inwardly. I've been consciously telling myself that unmanaged ambition becomes destructive at some point. So I've been trying to create and find balance. I've been trying to schedule. I think scheduling has been helping me. I leave play for play. I have time for play. I have time for work. I take my play time as serious as I take my work time. I never thought I would find myself in this situation, but that's what's happening. I know a lot of people say creating art is kind of play. You do not get half of it. Like, people who create art will understand that the moment creating art turns into your work, the moment creating becomes your work, right, it starts to feel like work. When it was just a hobby, it was fine then. But right now, where it's now a means to an end, it begins to feel like serious work. And trust me, you will experience burnout at some point. So, due to that, knowing this fact that this stuff is becoming destructive, I have been able to I'm trying to create a balance. So I need playtime for playtime, work time for work time. And if anyone seeing this has an answer or has ways in which they cope, try to create a balance in order not to let their ambition overwhelm them or drown them, in order not to get drowned in, the big picture and trying to get to it with every ounce of time that they have, every seconds of time rather, with every seconds of time that they have. I would love your opinion in this comment section. I would love to pick your brains soon, because this is supposed to be a community. We are supposed to share. So other people also will love to see how you cope with burnout, being over ambitious, how you cope with destructive ambition, how you cope with destructive ambitious practices. So like I said, drop a comment in the comment section. We would love to pick your brains, because a lot of us need answers to questions like this. With that said, I'm going to try to begin my day, and I hope you find a way to find balance in whatever you're trying to chase right now. I hope you don't let the ambition I hope you do not let the ambition drown you. I hope you find the balance, find time to play, find time for family, find time for friends, and I hope to see you at the top. Peace.